ask, legit or nah, the Cleveland Browns traded their second pick to the Eagles last year, that's Carson Wentz, and got 5 picks back. Now, they turned those 9 players into what you can see right here, and first and second round picks in next year's draft. So a lot of those guys on that list are building blocks for Cleveland's future. Take a look. That considered, the Browns won the Carson Wentz trade. Scott, legit or not?
Neither. It's incomplete. I would say right now, though, with how history would suggest this, they're going to win out on this trade. If you look at the picks in the first round of the last 9 years in the NFL, there's been 21 quarterbacks drafted. Before the 3 that were drafted in the first 12 picks this year. 4 of them I would call franchise picks. 4 of them you would say, we won the trade. It was worth it. It'd be Matt Ryan, it'd be Cam Newton, it'd be Andrew Luck. And it's not many more after that. In fact, there's about 8 of them that are not even in the NFL. Now, Carson Wentz is probably going to fall, in my opinion, somewhere between that. But we need to see where it goes. History would say that the Seahawks, the Patriots, who, by the way, in 2017, Abby, they were the only 2 franchises without a first-round pick. And that's pretty par for their course over the last 6 to 10 years, particularly under Carroll and Belichick. How are they doing? They're usually the best in the draft, and then they usually are the ones that bode best in the postseason. So I think that not only by and large is it good to have a lot of picks, particularly if you have an idea of where you're going and you're good at picking, but Cleveland had so many needs, they had so many holes, that having picks, I mean, there's a big gap between the first 3 rounds and then rounds 4 through 7. And you saw that graphic. Most of them are in the first 3 rounds. And so I think this is what Cleveland needed. You know, I know that you talk about the 23, 24, 25 quarterbacks they've had in the 21st century star for them, but it's difficult really to pinpoint it. Right now, who's to say that Deshaun Kaiser isn't going to be a better quarterback than Carson Wentz when Dak Prescott wasn't one of the top 4 quarterbacks drafted last year? There's so many things you can point to. Remember the Robert Griffin trade? They're probably the most comparable trade there. Robert Griffin, it felt like the Redskins were geniuses after a year. And then after year 2, he gets injured. He and Jay Gruden have a falling out. Now the Rams look great. How have the Rams done with it? They haven't really produced anything from it. You know, so you could say that both teams were lukewarm with that trade. We need time. I know it's a sorry enough answer, but if I had to guess where we'll be in 4 years, I think we'll think the Browns got the better end.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Considering the Browns season last season, we hope that looking forward, looking at their picks this year, hopefully that will definitely